everywhere. The glass panes hold the morning light inside and scatter it in pieces on the floor. My beagle finds the warmest square to lie in while I do what I always come here for. The watering can is heavy when it's full, the way that purpose always weighs the most. And I move between the rows with care and patience, tending to the things that need me close. The greenhouse doesn't ask for much, just water and attention and a touch of someone who believes the green will grow. The greenhouse morning, green on every side. The greenhouse morning, my beagle and my guide through rows of things that reach toward the light. The greenhouse morning is always getting right, whatever got tangled in the night. The greenhouse morning, he follows me from fern to fig to window, sniffing at the pots with great respect. And I think, yes, you understand the work here. You understand what asking nothing wrecks, which is everything the plants are doing, just growing, just converting light to life. And maybe that's the lesson in the greenhouse, that growing is the opposite of strife. The greenhouse doesn't ask for much, just water and attention and a touch of someone who believes the green will grow. The greenhouse morning, green on every side. The greenhouse morning, my beagle and my guide through rows of things that reach toward the light. The greenhouse morning is always getting right, whatever got tangled in the night. The greenhouse morning, I lose track of time in here completely. An hour passes like a gentle breath, and the beagles moved 3 times since I started. And the can needs filling and the light has shifted left, and I am exactly where I wanna be. The greenhouse morning, green on every side. The greenhouse morning, my beagle and my guide through rows of things that reach toward the light. The greenhouse morning is always getting right, whatever got tangled in the night. The greenhouse morning, the greenhouse morning. Just green, just light, justice. Fill it at the top and feel the weight. The full can has a satisfying heft. I've done this every morning for a season, and I still love what this simple act has left. In me, in the plants, in the quiet room, the ritual of water finding root. The way the soil darkens where it lands, the sound the can makes at its most acute. Angle pouring, giving, giving, giving. Watering can do your thing, make the quiet world a living thing, one pour at a time. My beagle watches with a tilted head, the water falling from the can's long spout, as if he's trying to understand the logic of why things need what I keep pouring out. And maybe there's no logic to explain, just the need and the response to it each day. The plant is thirsty, the can is full, that's the whole of what I have to say. Watering can do your thing, make the quiet world a living thing, one pour at a time. Watering can song, the sound of something growing. Watering can song, the slow and careful flowing from the tap to the can, to the soil, to the root. Watering can song, this morning's whole pursuit, just water and attention and a dog. Watering can song, the plants don't thank me, they just grow. And that's a kind of thank you that I've learned to know. The new leaf unfurling, the vine that found the wire, the bloom that opened overnight, the green that keeps going higher. Watering can song, watering can song, pour and grow, pour and grow. The two things that the greenhouse runs on mostly, the ones that do the work while I'm away. The sun comes through the glass and does its business. The soil holds the roots through every day. My beagle has found a patch of sunlight, stretched out long across the center aisle, and he's doing his own version of photosynthesis, converting warmth to the most contented smile. Soil and sun, the oldest recipe. Soil and sun, they don't need me, but I like to think I help a little. Soil and sun, that's the whole foundation. Soil and sun, the whole green operation. Everything that grows here owes its life to soil and sun, and a little water, and someone who cares enough to show up. Soil and sun, that's the whole of it. Soil and sun. I push my fingers into the soil sometimes to feel if it's the right kind of damp. Not too wet, not bone dry, just the middle, the place where roots are comfortable to camp. And the sun today is coming in at angles that make the whole greenhouse a cathedral thing. Every particle of dust a little planet, every leaf a green and trembling wind. Soil and sun, the oldest recipe. Soil and sun, they don't need me, but I like to think I help a little. Soil and sun, that's the whole foundation. Soil and sun, the whole green operation. Everything that grows here owes its life to soil and sun, and a little water, just like everything. Soil and sun, soil and sun, growing, growing, soil and sun. Every shade of green the world contains is somewhere in this greenhouse on a shelf. The blue-green of the eucalyptus cutting, the yellow-green the new growth shows itself, the deep particular green of the monster, the silver-green of succulents in rows, the bright lime of the newest unfurled leaves, the forest green that only the big fig knows. Green on green on green, the whole vocabulary of living. Green on green on green, nothing left to be wishing. Green on green on green, the greenhouse in the morning. Green on green on green, without any warning, the whole world becomes a color of growth. Green on green on green, my beagle and I both wrapped in it like a coat. Green on green on green. My beagle's coat doesn't quite match the green. He's more the color of the terracotta pots, but he looks very right inside this place among the green and in all its various spots. And I in my pink overalls am also a warm note in the cool green symphony, and together we're the color combination that makes this greenhouse feel like it's for me. Green on green on green, the whole vocabulary of living. Green on green on green, nothing left to be wishing. Green on green on green, the greenhouse in the morning. Green on green on green, without any warning, the whole world becomes the color of growth. Green on green on green, my beagle and I both wrapped in it like a coat. Green on green on green. In winter, when the outside world goes gray and the garden gives its colors back to the ground, I come in here and the green is all still here, the most reliable thing I've ever found. Green on green, on green on green, growing, growing, green. I checked the corner pot this morning early, the one where something small began last week. A shoot so thin I almost didn't see it, just the tip of green above the soil's peak. My beagle came to look because I crouched and sniffed it with his most professional air, and then he sneezed and walked away satisfied, as if to say, yes, growing, I confirm it's there. Something's growing where I planted hope, something's growing where I watered slow, something's growing, something tiny and new, something's growing, and it doesn't know what it'll do, become yet, but it's coming up regardless. Something's growing, reaching for the light above the glass. Something's growing in the corner of the greenhouse. Something's growing as it always has. Something's growing. I've planted things that never came up and never knew the reason why they failed. And I've planted things in forgotten corners that surprised me when they finally unveiled themselves into a leaf, a stem, a climbing something that needed a stake by the end of the week. And my beagle watched the whole progression without commentary, without critique. Something's growing where I planted hope. Something's growing where I watered slow. Something's growing that I almost missed. Something's growing, something tiny and new. Something's growing and it doesn't know what it'll do, become yet, but it's coming up regardless. Something's growing, reaching for the light above the glass. Something's growing in the corner of the greenhouse. Something's growing as it always has. Something's growing. About the things in me still growing, the slow ones, the ones I can't yet see. And I think about the corner pots inside me where something might be coming quietly. Something's growing, something's growing. Keep watering, keep watching. Something's growing. He has no interest in the plants themselves, not their names, not their native regions, not the careful balance of the soil mixture. He couldn't care less about a pot, but he has very significant interest in whatever row I happen to be in. He'll follow me from monster to orchid and pretend he had a reason to begin moving in exactly that direction. He follows me around from the ferns to the back wall. He follows me around, doesn't need a reason at all, just the general direction of wherever I am going. He follows me around, his nose to the ground, his tail going. He follows me around, my beagle, my shadow. He follows me around. He investigates a pot with dedication, then circles back to where he sees me next. And I think this is what love looks like sometimes. Not dramatic, not complex, just the willingness to show up in the row you didn't choose, beside the plant you didn't pick. Just being where the person that you love is. That's the whole of it, that's the whole trick. He follows me around from the ferns to the back wall. He follows me days when everything feels heavy, when the rows feel long and the can feels too. And then I hear his toenails on the floor tiles, and I know I'm not alone in what I do. Not alone, not alone. He follows me around, from the ferns to the back wall. He follows me around, doesn't need a reason at all, just the general direction of wherever I am going. He follows me around, his nose to the ground, his tail going. He follows me around, my beagle, my shadow. He follows me around, following, following. He follows me around, always, always. He follows me follows me around. You need two things if you're going to grow. Down in the dark soil and up in the bright, the roots that anchor you in the difficult places, and the reaching toward the available light. My beagle has roots in the way that dogs do, in the consistency of being always there, in the way he shows up every single morning without a choir and I announce I care. He just knows, he just grows. Roots and light, roots and light. Everything that grows needs both. Can't stay underground forever, can't fly up without the growth. Roots and light, that's what we're all working toward. Roots and light, the whole reward of being something alive in the world. Roots and light, my beagle has his, I'm still finding mine. Roots and light, growing all the time. Roots and light. Some mornings I come in and I just stand in the middle of the greenhouse, breathing it. The green all around, the light through all the glass. And I think about the roots in all of it, the deep invisible work below the surface that makes the visible part possible at all. And I think about my own invisible work and how it's what keeps me from the fall. Roots and light, roots and light. Everything that grows needs both. Can't stay underground forever, can't fly up without the growth. Roots and light, that's what we're all working toward. Roots and light, the whole reward of being something alive in the world. Roots and light, my beagle has his, I'm still finding mine. Roots and light, growing all the time. Roots and light, roots and light. He pressed his nose into a pot this morning, deep down where the roots actually are. Like he was checking, like he understood that the most important part is the most far from what you see. Roots and light, roots and light, growing toward both, growing toward both, growing toward both. mist is for the ones that need it gently, the ones that drink through leaves, not roots alone. The orchids and the ferns and the air plants, the delicate ones that I've claimed as my own. My beagle learned quickly to avoid the mist. The first time it caught him by surprise, he shook and sneezed dramatically and shied me a look that said, we're going to pretend that didn't happen in this book of our history together. The Misty Sprayer says good morning softly to the ones who need a gentler kind of rain. The Misty Sprayer asks nothing in return. The Misty Sprayer making tiny weather, then the Misty Sprayer holding plants together in the moisture they can't find inside the glass. The Misty Sprayer doing what the dew does, what the morning does, what the fog does when it passes. The Misty Sprayer saying grow, just grow. Ooh. There's something meditative about the misting, the fine repetition of it left to right, the sound it makes against the leaf surface, a whisper rain that everything calls right. And I slow down when I reach the fern section. There are 12 of them in various states of green, and each one gets the same careful attention. Each one gets to be fully, perfectly seen. The Misty Sprayer says good morning softly to the ones who need a gentle kind of rain. The Misty Sprayer asks nothing in return. The Misty Sprayer making tiny weather, then the Misty Sprayer holding plants together in the moisture they can't find inside the glass. The Misty Sprayer doing what the dew does, what the morning does, what the fog does when it passes. The Misty Sprayer saying grow, just grow. Oh, I misted my beagle by accident again, and he sneezed exactly as dramatically as the first time, and the second and the third, and I said sorry and I meant it perfectly, and then laughed because he makes me. The Misty Sprayer grow, just grow. The Misty Sprayer soft and slow. I know I'm being fanciful, I know. The plants don't recognize a face or voice, but sometimes in the greenhouse in the morning, I feel like this green room has made a choice to welcome me, to turn its leaves a little toward the door when I come in at 8. too. The way the whole room seems to kind of wait for me to begin. Every plant knows my name, or something like my name. Every plant knows the sound of the step and the can and the claim I make on this green space. Every morning I arrive, every plant knows my name, that I'm the reason they're alive. One of the reasons every plant knows my name. The fiddle leaf fig leans slightly to the left, which happens to be the side I always come from. And the orchid on the end shelf has bloomed twice since I moved it to the spot with the most sun. From the glass above the workbench in the corner, and I can't prove cause and effect at all, but I like to think the orchid appreciated the decision, the attention, the small call I made on its behalf. Every plant knows my name, or something like my name. Every plant knows the sound of the step and the can and the claim I make on this green space. Every morning I arrive, every plant knows my name, that I'm the reason they're alive. One of the reasons every plant knows my name. My beagle knows my name completely. No question, no qualification, no doubt. And maybe the plants have learned it too. In whatever way the green world works things out, through light and water and returning the same hands every day. Every plant knows my name in the only way they can say it. Every plant, every name, every morning the same. Every plant knows, every plant knows. He found the fern in the back left corner, the biggest one, the one I've had for years, and decided it was the perfect place to settle, and slept against its pot without any fears about the fronds that tickled at his ear, or the slightly damp soil near his nose. He just exhaled and closed his eyes completely, like the fern was exactly where he goes when he needs to be somewhere soft and true. He found the fern, made it his. He found the fern like it was always his, like the fern had been waiting for a beagle. He found the fern, and the fern found him, and I watered them both. He found the fern. I've had plants that didn't like me touching them, that wilted when I moved them from their spot. But this fern seems to understand additions, like the beagle pressed against its pot. It's just another thing that needs the greenhouse, another living thing that needs the green. And I think the fern agrees it's thriving since he started sleeping in that scene. He found the fern, made it his. He found the fern like it was always his, like the fern had been waiting for a beagle. He found the fern, and the fern found him, and I watered them both. He found the fern. Now when I check the fern's moisture level, he lifts his head and looks at me and yawns, like he's the fern's appointed representative, who requires a scratch before I carry on with my watering. He found the fern, made it his. He found the fern like it was always his, like the fern had been waiting for a beagle. He found the fern, and the fern found him, and I watered them both. He found the fern. He found the fern. He found the fern. He found the fern. Best spot in the greenhouse. He found the fern. He found the fern. There's a particular walk I do each morning, the one that goes between the central rows, checking on the ones I know need checking, posing at the ones that have a shows. There's something new about a color shifting, a leaf that's making its case to be seen. And my beagle does the same walk 2 steps behind me, reading everything I miss between. Between the rows is where I find things. Between the rows is where the work gets real. Between the rows the greenhouse shows its secrets. Between the rows, that's where the morning is. Between the rows, that's where the growing is. The narrow path between one green thing and another. Between the rows, my beagle and I together, finding what we came here for. Between the rows. He once found a seedling I'd completely missed, between a pot and the leg of the potting bench. A tiny thing that had no right to be there, that clearly had both right and resilience. And I moved it carefully to its own container, and gave it everything it needed to proceed. And now it's one of the large ones by the window, the one that grew from a completely stubborn seed. Between the rows is where I find things. Between the rows is where the work gets real. Between the rows the greenhouse shows its secrets. Between the rows, that's where the morning is. Between the rows, that's where the growing is. The narrow path between one green thing and another. Between the rows, my beagle and I together, finding what we came here for. Between the rows, I've learned that the things between the obvious things are often the most worth paying attention to. The small note under the big one, that's where it grows. There's a word for what I do in here each morning. Beyond the watering, beyond the check, it's tending, which is something more than doing. It's the careful kind of love you don't neglect. My beagle tends to me the same way. In his watchful following around approach, he checks that I'm still there, still in the greenhouse. He never overextends, he never encroaches, just tends what I tend, grows what I notice, thrives what I tend, shows me how to be alive. What I tend, the green things in my care. What I tend, they're growing everywhere because I show up and I pay attention, because I water and I watch and I intend to be the reason something reaches for the light. What I tend, I've learned to read the leaves like a slow language. The drooping one that says I'm thirsty here, the yellowing one that's had a little too much, the reaching one that says I want more clear. Light from the northern pane, the higher angle, and I move it and it tells me I was right. And my beagle watches all of this adjustment, like he finds my planned communication right on time. What I tend, grows what I notice, thrives what I tend, shows me how to be alive. What I tend, the green things in my care. What I tend, they're growing everywhere because I show up and I pay attention, because I water and I watch and I intend to be the reason something reaches for the light. What I tend, and I wonder sometimes what would tend to me, as carefully as I tend to these leaves. And I look at the beagle sleeping on the tiles, and I think, oh, it already is, he already does, he has been all alone. What I tend, what tends to me, both green, both growing, both growing, both growing. Nothing in the greenhouse rushes, nothing here is done by Thursday deadline. The vine climbs at the speed the vine decides, the bloom opens on the bloom's own timeline. And I am lesson that my beagle has been teaching all along, that the slow work is the only work worth doing, that arriving gently is what makes you strong. The slow work is the real work, the kind that can't be hurried. The slow work is the deep work, the kind that stays. The slow work of the greenhouse, the slow work of the grove, the slow work of the morning, learning to go slow. Not slower than I should, but slow enough to see the thing the rushing always missed. The slow work of the greenhouse morning, the most important work that has ever existed. Slow work. I used to come in here and move through quickly, watering by clock, not reading each leaf's face. But the beagle slowed me down by simply stopping at every pot he found of special grace, and waiting there until I gave it attention, and then moving on to the next discovery. And I started seeing things I'd been rushing past, and the greenhouse opened up in front of me. The slow work is the real work, the kind that can't be hurried. The slow work is the deep work, the kind that stays. The slow work of the greenhouse, the slow work of the grove, the slow work of the morning, learning to go slow. Not slower than I should, but slow enough to see the thing the rushing always missed. The slow work of the greenhouse morning, the most important work that has ever existed. The slow work. My beagle showed me how to be in the slow work by being entirely himself in it, by stopping at the fern and meaning it, by not arriving anywhere without a bit of presence, of attention, of real being there. The slow work, that's the work. That's the whole work. In any season, in any weather, the greenhouse is the warmest room I know. The glass holds in what winter tries to take back, and summer's warmth becomes a gentle glow. My beagle figured this out before I told him. He was lying in the center aisle by week 2, and I thought, yes, you found the warmest room, the way you always find the best thing through sheer instinct. The warmest room is not always the obvious one. The warmest room is where the growing is. The warmest room is where you're not alone. The warmest room is the one with all the green. The warmest room is the one that's in between the outside world and the place you most belong. The warmest room is where my beagle sleeps and the plants grow strong. And I do the slow work every morning. The warmest warmest room. I've been in beautiful rooms, impressive rooms, rooms with high ceilings and important art, but no room has ever held me the way this one does. The greenhouse with its plants and dog and heart of something purposeful and growing, something that requires my daily care and gives me back more than I ever brought in, just by being green and growing there. The warmest room is not always the obvious one. The warmest room is where the growing is. The warmest room is where you're not alone. The warmest room is the one with all the green. The warmest room is the one that's in between the outside world and the place you most belong. The warmest room is where my beagle sleeps and the plants grow strong. And I do the slow work every morning. The warmest room, when the first frost comes and the garden goes to sleep, this is where I come to remember green. The warmest room in the coldest season, the most important place I've ever been. The warmest room. The warmest room. Always here, always green. I like to look up sometimes through the panes at the sky that's doing everything above. The clouds are moving quickly this morning, and the light is shifting like it's trying to shove its way through every angle of the glass, making moving shadows on the floor. And my beagle tracks them with his eyes like there's something worth chasing to the door. The glass ceiling of the greenhouse shows me everything above, while I stay down in the green. The glass ceiling, all sky and cloud and light. The glass ceiling, the best kind of height to reach up to from the middle of the green. The glass ceiling is the most beautiful thing I've looked through toward a morning. The glass ceiling. In winter when the rain comes down in sheets, the greenhouse roof becomes a percussion thing, and I stand inside with all the plants around me and listen to the weather drumming, listening. My beagle sleeps right through the rain somehow. He trusts the glass to hold it all for us, and I trust it too. This old Victorian structure, all white iron, and the pains we never discuss, but always rely on. The glass ceiling of the greenhouse shows me everything above, while I stay down in the green. The glass ceiling, all sky and cloud and light. The glass ceiling, the best kind of height to reach up to from the middle of the green. The glass ceiling is the most beautiful thing I've looked through toward a morning. The glass ceiling. I saw a bird land on it once and looked down, and for a moment we were eye to eye, me among the plant sit among the open, both of us surprised by the other sky, by the other sky. The glass ceiling, the glass ceiling, sky above, green below. That's the whole world. I moved once, years before I had the greenhouse, and brought 3 plants with me in the back seat. And they dropped every leaf within a week, like they were grieving something incomplete, like they remembered the light from the old window, the specific angle and the hour it arrived. And the new window wasn't quite the same pitch, and they needed time to learn to have survived the moving. What the plants remember is longer than you think. What the plants remember is deeper than a drink of water or a turn toward better light. What the plants remember, the old window, the old soil, the first night. What the plants remember, I will carry too. What the plants remember is something between me and you, little green things. What the plants remember. My beagle came to check on them that week. He sat in front of the drooping fig and watched. And I think on some level he was saying, you're okay here, I've already gone and clocked the exits and the sunlight and the layout, and the person here is good. She can be trusted. And slowly, slowly the leaves began returning, and the plants adjusted as the living must. What the plants remember is longer than you'd think. What the plants remember is deeper than a drink of water or a turn toward better light. What the plants remember, the old window, the old soil, the first night. What the plants remember, I will carry too. What the plants remember is something between me and you, little green things. What the plants remember, I think we all have a leaf we haven't grown back yet. From a moving, from a losing, from a change. And we're sitting in the new light, figuring out the angle, learning the new room's particular range. And it takes time, and that's so I said, see you tomorrow to the plans today, which is something I've started doing lately. My beagle looked at me the way he does when I do something he finds charmingly stately. In its oddness, in its particular kind of human behavior he's learned to expect from the person he chose to spend his life with, who talks to ferns with care and great respect. See you tomorrow means I'm coming back. See you tomorrow means I value what's here. See you tomorrow is the most committed thing I say out loud all year. See you tomorrow, I'll be here again. See you tomorrow every morning then, and then again, and then again, and then, then. See you tomorrow is a kind of love, is a kind of vow. See you tomorrow means I'm not done yet, means I'm here right now. See you tomorrow, my plants, my dog, my greenhouse, my green. See you tomorrow, the best thing I've ever meant. My beagle gets to see you tomorrow too, when I drop him home before my evening walk. And he looks at me with such complete understanding, like he knows exactly what the words unlock, which is the promise of the morning, the greenhouse door, the watering can, the rose, the two of us doing the slow work together, which is the whole of what either of us knows about happiness. See you tomorrow means I'm coming back. See you tomorrow means I value what's here. See you tomorrow is the most committed thing I say out loud all year. See you tomorrow, I'll be here again. See you tomorrow every morning then, and then, and then, and then again, and then, and then. See you tomorrow is a kind of love, is a kind of vow. See you tomorrow means I'm not done yet, means I'm here right now. See you tomorrow, my plants, my dog, my greenhouse, my green. See you tomorrow, the best thing I've ever meant. There's a version of a good life that I've been building in the morning hours, between the glass walls and the hanging baskets, between the roots and the slow particular flowers. And I'll be back tomorrow and the day after that. See you tomorrow, that's where it's at. See you tomorrow, I'll be here again. See you tomorrow every morning then, and then again, and then again, and then, and then, then. See you tomorrow is a kind of love, is a kind of vow. See you tomorrow means I'm not done yet, means I'm here right now. See you tomorrow, my plants, my dog, my greenhouse, my green. See you tomorrow, the best thing I've ever meant. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Always tomorrow. See you tomorrow. The last thing I do before I leave each evening is walk the roads one final time alone. Well, not quite alone, he's always 2 steps with me, doing the last check before we can go home. I move the ones that needed shade this afternoon back to the places that'll serve them through the night. I fold the potting cloth and hang the sprayer, and check the thermostat is set up right. Closing the greenhouse door, the green goes on without me till the morning. Closing the greenhouse door, the roots keep working in the dark. Closing the greenhouse door on everything that's growing. Closing the greenhouse door on everything still going. Even when I'm gone, the green goes on. Closing the greenhouse door, my beagle waits for me outside, like he's known all along that this is not the end. Closing the greenhouse door, just the end of today. Closing the greenhouse door. He sits outside the door and doesn't rush me. He's learned the ritual, he knows the pace. And when I finally turn the key behind me, he falls into step with the easiest grace. And we walk out through the garden in the evening. The outside air, a different kind of green. And I carry the greenhouse in my hands a little. The dampness and the warmth of what I've been doing all day. Closing the greenhouse door, the green goes on without me till the morning. Closing the greenhouse door, the roots keep working in the dark. Closing the greenhouse door on everything that's growing. Closing the greenhouse door on everything still going. Even when I'm gone, the green goes on. Closing the greenhouse door, my beagle waits for me outside, like he's known all along that this is not the end. Closing the greenhouse door, just the end of today. Closing the greenhouse door. And tomorrow I'll open it again, and the fern will have grown a fraction, and the orchid will have maybe turned an inch. And that's the whole beautiful transaction of tending, of returning, of the door that's always worth reopening.